Welcome to Book Bites, your weekly dose of literary delight. We dive into Amazon's top-selling books, giving you the lowdown on what's hot and what's not. Join us as we uncover hidden gems, discuss captivating storylines, and analyze the minds of best-selling authors. Whether you're a seasoned reader or just starting your literary journey, there's something for everyone. So grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and let's get reading.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Definitely. Always up for some historical exploration.
Awesome. So today we're digging into, well, excerpts really. It's from this nonfiction history book, The Small and the Mighty. Full title's a mouthful. 12 Unsung Americans Who Changed the Course of History, from the founding to the Civil Rights Movement.
Intriguing. Always fascinated by those figures history tends to, overlook.
Right. And that's exactly what caught my eye. I mean, we always hear about the big names, but what about those individuals who maybe quietly but significantly shaped the course of events?
Yeah, those hidden threads in the grand tapestry of history.
Exactly. And this book by Sharon McMahon promises to shine a light on 12 of these unsung heroes. And get this, it spans from the founding all the way to the Civil Rights Movement.
Wow. So we're talking about a pretty vast historical scope here.
Oh, yeah. And just flipping through the excerpts, there are some truly captivating stories. Have you ever heard of stagecoach Mary Fields?
I can't say that I have.
So she was this amazing woman, the first African-American woman, get this, star route mail carrier. Delivered mail by stagecoach in Montana, late 1800s.
Whoa, wait. Stagecoach?
Seriously.
Seriously. Tough as nails, by all accounts. Imagine the challenges she faced, especially back then. Talk about breaking barriers.
Absolutely. It's a testament to, well, the resilience and determination of individuals we often don't hear enough about.
Totally. And what's really cool about the book is the diversity of these figures. We're talking activists, artists, scientists, all walks of life. Really opens up a whole new perspective on who we consider influential in history.
Definitely challenges those conventional narratives, right?
Yeah.
Pushes us to look beyond the usual suspects, the big political players or military leaders.
For sure. It makes you realize that history is shaped by so many forces, so many individuals.
And that these unsung heroes, often working behind the scenes, might have had an even more profound impact than we realize.
Right. It's like piecing together a giant puzzle. And this book seems to be offering these missing pieces, these forgotten perspectives, and reminding us that history is never truly settled. There's always more to discover, more voices to hear.
Absolutely. And speaking of voices, one thing that really struck me was how the book weaves in these big themes: social justice, civil rights, the power of ordinary people to make a difference, themes that, are still so relevant today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they resonate even more powerfully now, don't you think? Given, the ongoing struggles for equality and justice we see all around us.
No, totally. It's like looking back at history and seeing these echoes of the present. These struggles, they're not new. They've been woven into the fabric of our nation from the start.
And it's inspiring, even amidst the challenges, to see how individuals, often without, wealth or political clout, manage to create real change.
Right. It kind of gives you that feeling like, hey, maybe I can make a difference too, no matter how small it might seem.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that individual actions, even seemingly insignificant ones, can ripple outward and contribute to something much bigger.
Totally agree. Okay, now, before we get too carried away, let's also address the potential downsides, right? Because every book has its limitations.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge those.
So one thing that comes to mind is the scope. Focusing on only 12 individuals, while fascinating, does it provide a comprehensive view of history? I mean, do you think readers might crave a broader perspective?
That's a fair point. The in-depth focus on individual stories is definitely a strength, giving us those really intimate portraits. But yeah, readers should be aware this is just a glimpse, a starting point for deeper exploration.
Right, like a doorway into further research, maybe prompting them to delve deeper into a particular period or event that piques their interest.
Exactly. It sparks curiosity and invites further exploration, which is always a good thing, right?
Absolutely. Now, another thing I was thinking about is the balance between making history accessible and ensuring historical accuracy. Sometimes simplifying things can lead to, oversimplification. Do you think that's a concern here? Would you have preferred a more nuanced, in-depth analysis, maybe sacrificing a bit of readability.
That's always a tough one. I mean, it's a dilemma historians constantly grapple with. How do you make complex history engaging and understandable without, sacrificing too much depth?
Right, finding that sweet spot between accessibility and accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. And in this case, the book seems to be aiming for a general audience, so it likely prioritizes readability, making it a great entry point into these lesser-known figures. But yeah, as with any historical account, consulting multiple sources is always a good idea.
Agreed. Now, the book is recommended for, well, quite a broad audience, actually. High school and college students, general history enthusiasts, and even book clubs. Sounds like it could spark some pretty interesting discussions, right?
Oh, definitely. I can imagine the conversations this book would generate, especially in a book club setting, debating the impact of these individuals, their relevance to today's issues.
For sure. So to wrap things up, we've taken a look at The Small and the Mighty, a book that brings to life the stories of these often overlooked figures who shaped American history. It's got that, that engaging storytelling. But yeah, readers should be aware it offers a very specific perspective, not a complete historical overview.
Right. And perhaps the most important takeaway is that history is made by everyday people, not just the famous few.
Exactly. Which makes you think, right, who are the unsung heroes in our own lives, in our communities, whose stories deserve to be shared and celebrated? Maybe this book can inspire us to start asking those questions, to uncover those hidden gems of courage and impact a little closer to home.
Couldn't agree more. It's a call to action, really, to look beyond the familiar narratives and discover the unsung heroes all around us.
That's all for this episode of Book Bites. We hope you enjoyed our review, and if you did, please like, share, and follow our podcast. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts on the book. We love hearing from our listeners.